everyone, it is AG with Screen Queen Reviews, and I just watched The Marvels. I know, I'm late to the party, but the point is that you get there, right? So I figured I would do a review, just talk about some of the points that I enjoyed about the movie, some of the things I maybe didn't enjoy about the movie, but I'm going to start with doing a spoiler-free review so that those of you who have not watched it yet, you can go watch it if you want to, or decide or not to put it in your list on Disney Plus when it gets there. They've actually been pretty quick with getting these things to the app, so, soon come. Okay, if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you watch and follow. Give me feedback. Let me know what you want me to watch, what you want me to review, my opinion on anything. I'm just happy to talk about movies, TVs, anime, anything that you want. Follow me at AG Screen Queens on Facebook. I'm Kess on IG and on PS5 Network. All right. So for a spoiler-free review, what I will say is that compared to Marvel movies, this movie was not as long as others. Plus, okay? I did not feel, you know how you have that moment when you look at your watch and you're just like, oh, what time is it? Is this movie over with? I didn't have that moment. That's always a good sign. I definitely go by that. Because if I find that I have to look like, oh my God, what time is it? Something's wrong. Either it's the pacing off or y'all just not keeping my attention. So my attention was kept. Now, to speak on the characters that we already know are in this movie, y'all should know this. If you're going to go see the Marvels, this is not a spoiler, okay? So we are seeing a lot of characters that we have already seen in the Marvel universe. We don't really have any new characters except for the villain, okay? We got Captain Marvel, Brie Larson in the building. We got Teyonah Parris. I love her. She's awesome. She is Photon. And then we have Miss Marvel. So if you have done anything with Disney Plus, watched WandaVision or Miss Marvel, you already know these characters, okay? And I will say, if you've seen Miss Marvel, it literally starts where it left off. So I was very, very excited about that. Again, that is not a spoiler. If you've seen Miss Marvel, it is not a spoiler, okay? It's on Disney Plus. If you haven't watched it, watch it before you watch the Marvels, please. And WandaVision, please. If you care about the universe. If you just want to see a fun movie, it was that. Had a lot of fun colors. This was also, I think it was directed by Nia DaCosta. She did the Marvels. Black woman, amazing. So, yes. A lot of bright colors, very fun. If you know Miss Marvel, she brought a lot of the spunkiness to the movie that we needed. And Photon definitely had a couple of moments where we was like, oh yeah, she black. Like, you know how we could talk but not talk and be like, girl. Yeah, we got all of that in the movie. I loved it. See Nick Fury. Basically, the movie was very cute, very kid friendly. The action in the movie was, again, we have Miss Marvel, who is a child. You know what I mean? So it was a little kiddie friendly, not gonna lie. It's gonna be a lot of the girls' favorites out here, which I love to see because it's 3 completely different women and they're gonna hit home for somebody in some way everywhere. Like, I love it so much. So that, I think, is the most that I can really say. I enjoyed the villain. I like the way they brought the story in. I think there were some spots that were a little bit rocky as far as the pacing, just because they were trying to make it all make sense. And you're dealing with 3 potential main characters. Like, I did enjoy that I was watching the Marvels, but it didn't feel like a Captain Marvel movie. Like, when you watch, you know what it gave me the feels of? It gave me the feels of Civil War, as far as it doesn't feel like it's a Captain America movie. Everybody knows, if you're into the MCU, that we joke about that being like another Avengers movie, because that's how star-studded it was and how many characters it had in it. So this kind of felt like that. Like, it didn't feel like one person's movie. Like, I really enjoyed that because it gave everyone equal time. And you really got to see their personalities and like what they cared about and their relationships and how they thrive. So yes. Also, after the movie. Make sure y'all sit tight a little bit. They kind of tricked us. It has 2 end credits. One scene happens literally like right after the movie. So I didn't think that it was considered an end credit scene. I ended up staying in there till the end. And I was like, what the fuck? There's nothing here. But there is a mid-credit, a mid-post-credit scene. So make sure y'all stick around about halfway through the credits for that one. When I tell you, blew my mother freaking mind, y'all. I enjoyed it. At this point, though, if you have not seen the Marvels, go ahead and go see it. This is the time you can go ahead and stop this video and go watch the Marvels, okay? The villain, I enjoyed her. I wanted a little bit more of her. But I liked seeing a different side of Captain Marvel and the lesson that she had to learn. You know what I mean? So we didn't really get too much. Like, we got her background as far as like how she became and that she's Kree and all these things, but we don't know what really happened to her people. Like, we always just hear through the MCU that they're the enemies, you know, that they are making sure that the Skrulls don't have a home. And for it to start pretty much with them actually like giving the Skrulls a home, even though it was with bad intention, like, It was just good to see that side and see a different type of villain who actually I agreed with her in some ways, you know what I mean? I don't want to say agree, because what she did was wrong. She was trying to destroy whole planets in order to save her own, you know? When she could have easily, I didn't like that at the end, she could have easily just had a conversation with Captain Marvel and like fix the problem. Essentially. Now, I don't know what they were going to do about the water, and no one's talking about what's going to happen with that whole world that had water, and her husband is now dead. Is he dead? I don't know. That was interesting. The singing part was fun. This was a fun movie. Like, I really actually enjoyed it. I just like Miss Marvel. I think she's so cute, and all her giddy moments and everything had me dying laughing, because it's like I would feel the same if I was with Captain Marvel. Well, really, I would feel the same if I was with Photon and if I was with Thor and the Hulk. You know what I mean? But it's okay. I like that we did get a glimpse of seeing, what's her name, who is now president of Asgard. But we were able to see Valkyrie, and clearly we have more people now residing in Asgard. So that's going to be interesting to see in whatever next movie or whatever pops up for Thor and Love and all of that. I like the movie. I feel like I'm going everywhere with this non-spoiler review. Okay. So those were my thoughts about the movie initially. For those of you who have not seen the Marvels yet, definitely stop it here and go on. I'm not going to talk too much as far as the movie, because I watched it. I didn't really take notes. I just want to talk about it now while it's fresh in my mind and while I'm loving what I saw. So when it comes to the actual movie with spoilers, I thought that it was really well made. I thought the pacing was good. There were some places that were a little spotty. Like in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of rushing to the movie theater. But when I got to the movie theater, the movie was just starting, and it just seemed a little bit chaotic in the beginning while they were trying to explain what was happening to them. And I still didn't really understand what happened to them, because I feel like Photon, I'm trying not to call her Teyonah, I'm feeling like Photon just kind of explained it out of midair, and then Nick Fury did what any other person would do and just be like, I trust you. I'm okay. I trust you. I believe you. Whatever you just said it was, that's what it is. And I wanted it to be a little bit more built out. I still feel like there are a lot of gaps in what exactly are these arm bangles that she has. Like, now we know that we have a pair, and we can use them to go in and out alternate worlds. So we got an answer there, but where did they originate? What type of magic is this? Who made these things? what does this mean for Kang and the Loki universe and all of these things that we know are happening in different places and different timelines? So I have a lot of questions, but I'm glad that I had a good movie to bring questions and excitement at the same time. Because I'm not going to lie, Ant-Man only just brought me more questions. Doctor Strange just brought me more questions. They weren't the best Marvel movies to me, in my opinion, but there were parts of those movies that I really enjoyed because, of course, Jonathan Majors, Kang, what? Hell yeah. Excited. So I liked how they positioned the Marvels. I liked how they still had them all have their individual relationships. I love the relationship between Photon and Captain Marvel and them building that and having Kamala as that middle person to be like, come on, y'all, big hug. Like, literally, come on, y'all, big hug. Like, I loved it. Her and her empathy and her family is hilarious. What else about the movie? The villain was awesome. I don't even want to say awesome. I liked her. I just wanted more. I felt the same way that I felt with Love and Thunder, where we got gore. We got their reasoning. We got why they were mad, but we didn't get enough of them. Like, it's something about Marvel right now that I understand the focus to build up these characters that are going to be pivotal when shit really hits the fan. But you can't forget the smaller villains that they have to, that allows them to be this person along the way. Like, y'all keep forgetting about these villains that people want to see them too. You know what I mean? Like, people have been waiting to probably see this person. And I don't know who she is in the comics. I really only pay attention to the MCU. But it doesn't mean she's not significant in her own right. And she was very pretty. And I'm glad that I got to see all of this melanin and religion and just diversity in the cast. Like, it was amazing. Everyone was able to watch this movie and like apply it and relate to it in some way from one of the characters. And I thought that that was truly amazing because you don't get that in a lot of movies. So Marvel is doing a really good job with the diversity and bringing in these characters and canon. They're doing really good at the canon shit. Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, I think he's ready to retire, which I think is what that first end credit scene did, because I literally laughed out loud at her sitting in the chair talking about, like, pretty much that she's trying to put a team together. Because it's literally the start of the, what are they called? Teen Avengers? I don't fucking know. But they're literally the start. Now, I don't know, is Miss Marvel, like, really a pivotal, like, character in bringing them together? I don't know. I always thought Spider-Man was at the head of that Avengers group, Young Avengers. I said Teen Avengers, but Young Avengers. I always thought it was Spider-Man. Somebody let me know, you know, in the comments or anything. But also, yes, we got to see Kate Bishop. Love that. And, okay, y'all want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. The end credit scene. The last one, okay? We got X-Men, y'all. I was so excited. It was only like 5 of us in there, and I think we all felt the same when we seen Beast. And I knew right off first off, I saw the little thing, whatever signs she had on her head for her mom, for Monica Rambeau. I saw that, but yeah, she's definitely in another timeline. But I'm wondering, what timeline is this? Are we supposed to already know? Because, you know, the timeline where we first saw X-Men, they were all killed. So we know it's not that one, clearly, you know? And plus, her mom was Captain Marvel in that timeline. So yeah, doesn't fly. But I'm just so excited. And then we have Deadpool coming up. And it's just, y'all, I am just living my best life through Marvel in the MCU right now. I haven't been on this much of a high with Marvel. I can't even tell you. My favorite movie is Ragnarok, so maybe that says it right there. Maybe that was the last real excitement that I had. No, Guardians of the Galaxy, the third one, Volume 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. That was it right there for me. But I'm looking forward to the MCU. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if y'all watched it. Let me know if you watched it because you saw what I said about it. If you haven't already, again, subscribe to my YouTube. I'm AG at Screen Queens on YouTube and Facebook, so get at me. But I just love doing this. I just love bringing you all new content. Thank you so much for listening.